Welcome to Module 2. This is a review of the cheer and music portion tumbling dance score sheet. Getting started. Count the number of athletes that are on the mat. Split the mat that so you and your partner are each responsible for what is going on for a portion of the mat rather than trying to take in the entire picture. Have either your scripting sheet or a notebook to script everything you see. You can see the NiceJ website that links you to the NISFA scoring materials part of the NISFA website. Each judge must script. Be sure you are specific in your scripting. Go over your scripted notes with your partner once the routine is complete to compare. Put your score for each section either on the paper score sheet or the electronic score sheet. Only one score for each section for both of you. Keep track of your scores on the tracking sheet so you have a quick reference and are sure that the teams are correctly placed. If you need to change a score, you must change it before the end of your division. Either change the score on the electronic scoring system or ask the score sheet to be brought back to you. You are each responsible for your own overall score. This is the one place where you do not have to discuss the score. All of the other scores must be a collaborative score between the two of you. The cheer is a minimum of 30 seconds. There is no maximum. Skills in the cheer are only scored in the cheer section of the score sheet. Total of 25 points is assigned to the cheer portion of the routine. The cheer should be fun and exciting while representing the school in some way, either with colors, mascot, or school letters. The skills should add to the cheer and should be solid and safe. The team should perform skills that they are confident in. The presentation of material is worth 5 points in the cheer. Energy and facials should be natural. They should demonstrate confidence. There should be excitement to get the crowd into the cheer. Facials promote fun and show that the team is comfortable with what they're doing. Team voices should be loud and clear with a pace that is conducive. There should be an ability to understand the words with clear enunciation. Pace allows all words to be heard. Voices should not drop during any type of incorporation. Formations should make the squad feel as big as possible by how they cover the floor. The team should spread out over the whole floor instead of just the middle 3 mats. You should also take into consideration the number of participants on the team. The material should correspond to the school's name, colors, and mascot. This is important, and if they can use the school colors, name, and/or mascot, they should be able to get the crowd more involved in the cheer. You should be able to know who the school is by just listening to the cheer. The material does not have to be a callback to be effective. The motions in the cheer are worth 5 points. Motions can be used in multiple ways in a cheer. They can lead the crowd in some type of a response. They can create visual interest while watching the cheer. Props may be included in this section. They can add to the cheer visually, but props are not required to put together an effective cheer in relation to this score sheet. Does the team hit motions and/or skills while using the props? The style or type of motions can be effective. This depends on the execution. Slower and less motions can work if they are very sharp and clean and precise to certain words or to complete execution of a skill to a specific word. Faster pace with more motions can work if executed in a sharp, exact manner, so they don't look rushed or sloppy. That would take away from the entertainment value of fast-paced motion execution. Execution is very important to the overall quality of the presentation of the cheer. Sharpness of placement, location of the motion, not hyperextended, and synchronization are all very important to the officiating of a cheer. The skills in the cheer are worth 5 points. Effective use of skills can enhance the cheer and/or response, and/or create visual interest that correlates to the words. Skills include jumps, tumbling, stunts, and pyramids. If motions are the only skill, your score may be lower in this category versus a team that's doing jumps, tumbling, stunts, and/or pyramids. Do the skills hit to enhance the words of the cheer? These are scored within the cheer only. What can every member do to make the cheer better or effective? A team should utilize all members and not hide any of them for a skill reason. In the music section, teams may hide athletes without a specific skill, but in the cheer that does not make sense. All team members should be utilized, where some may do stunts while others are motions for level change, and to have more motions going. Execution of the skills added to a cheer are evaluated in stunts and pyramids, tumbling, jumps, as well as motions. Skills need to be technically correct. The body position of the bases and tops, the flexibility of the top, if applicable, as well as the whole team if the jumps are incorporated. Proper technique in the tumbling skills is important. Skills with props show confidence with skills and can translate into better technique. Synchronization and spacing are also very important. The use of spacing of skills to make a squad look bigger and cover the crowd as much as possible make the entire cheer better. Synchronization of loading skills, motions in the skills, and dismounts and setting out of the cradles are also important. Ripples show synchronization as well. This does not mean that all of a specific skill must be on the same count. The execution of the cheer is worth 10 points. How well are the skills being performed during the cheer? The skills are technically correct and strong. They are synchronized. The spacing is accurate. The overall skill level shown with the stunts, motions, jumps, and tumbling are correct. So you want to focus in on the technique. Are the words being able to be understood and heard during the skills? Look at the difficulty of the stunts and pyramids to consider if they are done correctly. Think single synchronized skills. Synchronized skills should be considered versus skills that are done singly. Is the team using only the center 3 panels, or are they using the whole mat to reach the entire audience? The next part of your score sheet is the music portion of the routine. The skills in the music portion of the routine are only scored under the music heading of the score sheet. You are tasked with judging the tumbling, whether it's standing or running, and the dance portion of the routine. The standing and/or running tumbling execution is worth 5 points during the music portion. Look at the arms, legs, and entry. Also focus on the landings. The timing of skills, including standing from a skill and setting into a skill, are also important. Look for feet being apart on back handsprings or tucks, whether they're in the air or on the landing. The full twists should not have bent crossed legs. Arms bent during a back handspring should be straight while pushing off of the ground. Is the member slow coming off of the ground? And are the tumbling passes crooked? These are all examples to watch for. Standing and/or running tumbling difficulty is worth 5 points. Be sure that you have your tumbling progression sheet in front of you. Look for the number of participants performing skills. This is set by the skills guideline sheet. Look at the total number of skills that the team is performing. Synchronizing easier skills make them more difficult. You want to look at skills that are synchronized versus singular skills being performed. The dance portion is worth 10 points total. So be sure that you are aware that this is 10 points of the routine. You do not want to knock a team out of contention because of the dance. Remember that a 7 out of a 10 is a C and a 6 is a D. Be mindful of this as you are scoring. You want to look at the technique. Good demonstration of the team's cheer dance ability, their rhythm, and energy. You want to look at the sharpness. Regardless of the speed of the movement must be sharp and crisp, hitting on the exact beat or half count. The placement needs to be controlled and put into the same angles as others on the team. Don't let arms fly around because of the speed of the dance. The timing is with the music and the others on the team. The spacing, looking for the formation changes, and also the use of the floor. Are they spread out at times if possible? Look at the use of levels, the floor work, the lunges. Similar logic to stunts. You want levels to make the dance visually appealing. Look at the overall choreography. Does it complement the music? And look at the number of 8 counts, all else being equal. And this can affect your score. The visual appeal. Is it quick and clean with formation changes and ripples? Overall effect is 5 points total. This 5 points is an overall rating of the visual appeal and execution of the entire routine. Check out the flow of the routine from piece to piece, transitions within the different skills and also from one piece to another. Does one set of skills lead right into another set? Does the team stop and walk to another formation and a set of bases before starting back into the performance? Look at the execution of the skills. Skills that look unsafe or fall take away from the overall entertainment value of the routine. Look for the variety of visuals, levels, and skills throughout the routine. Look at the fast and clean transitions. The wow factor. Did it have great pace and energy throughout? Does the crowd want to get into the performance? Are there cool and creative visuals with skills, formation changes, and the cheer? Each judge is responsible to place their own overall score on the score sheet. You do not have to discuss this with your partner. This is your own score. This is the end of the score sheet review for Judges 1 and 2. We hope that you have found this review helpful. Use this review prior to taking Part 2 of the comprehensive exam. Remember to work collaboratively with your partner to come up with the scores that go on the score sheet. You are scoring the cheer and the music portions of the routine independent of each other. If a team does tumbling in the cheer and not in the music portion of the routine, you cannot give them a score for tumbling when scoring the music section. They must be awarded a 0 for both execution and difficulty. The team is not required to use tumbling in their cheer, but they are required to do tumbling in the music portion of the routine. If a team does the best darn forward rolls that you have ever seen, be sure you are crediting them with a high execution score. While they may have a lower difficulty score, they should be rewarded for their execution appropriately. Conversely, if a team's difficulty is high on the progression sheet, their score should reflect that. However, if their execution is poor, their execution score should be reflective of that as well. Remember that the dance is worth 10 points. You don't want to ding a team who should be scoring overall higher because of the rest of their routine, and don't give them a lower score in dance that would knock them potentially out of first place. Remember that a 7 is a C and a 6 is a D. Your overall effect score is your own opinion of the routine.